Hello there in YouTube land, and tonight I want to do something I'm going to say a little bit different, but I say that a lot, don't I? Awkward. Anyway, basically, I only have a bunch of movies that come to the Screen Factory with arrows and stuff like that. Stuff that I'm really into, but surprisingly, there's actually some Blu-ray companies that are pretty good that I, for some reason or another, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe I just haven't been access to them. Well, I do know why. I'm going to go through it. And so, some Blu-rays from companies that I have, but surprisingly, for some reason or another, I just don't have many or don't have enough of them. Not that I got to pretty much pick the slack on. The first one is a company that I talk about a lot, actually. In their sub-label, the Screen Factory label, I got a ton of stuff. When I started buying them, I used to buy them on DVD, though, and that's where a lot of my, my Roger Corman classics came from. As for Shout Factory on Blu-ray, yeah, I've gotten the 1990s collector's edition of the Albert Pion Captain America film. One of my favorite comedies, Kentucky Fried Movie. I just really like that. Catholic high school girls in trouble. I cannot say the rest of that sentence. George A. Romero's Night Riders, which surprisingly wasn't a Screen Factory. When I bought it, I actually thought it was. And ones that are only not Screen Factories because it came out before Screen Factory was around. And I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't just put all of these into a big Blu-ray box set and relabel Screen Factory and get a bunch of money from people. That was the Roger Corman's Cult Classic Collection. That's Piranha. I started collecting Shout Factory back in the days when I was collecting primarily DVD, or I found the DVDs out there cheaper because I was going to school, or at the time sometimes I actually kind of dug the boxes on the DVD art a little bit more. Although the art was the same, the DVD box was usually a little bit bigger, and a lot of times some of these here just didn't come with the really cool slipcovers that the DVDs had. So movies like Piranha, even though I own Piranha on DVD with a nice cool slipcover, kind of whole neat little thing, I could not pass picking this one up. Night Riders was just a personal favorite of mine, not one for everybody. I think I got a copy of this for my good friend Nathan. Oh, I had this a couple years back now. Kentucky Fried Movie is one that I wanted for a long time, and the second that came out on Blu-ray, I knew that I needed to have it. This thing actually has over an hour long interview with David and Jerry Zucker. It's amazing. It's just literally amazing. And the most recent Shout Factory pickup was Captain America. With all the stuff that Shout Factory has put out on Blu-ray, you'd think I'd have a lot more. But no, I have a lot of it on DVD. A lot of the TV show stuff, Jam and the Holograms. I think just a bunch of the different stuff that Shout Factory has put out. But as for Blu-rays, I surprisingly have only 4 Shout Factory Blu-rays. Shame on me. Next up is a company that I'm not quite sure, and maybe I got to do more research, but I haven't been able to find much more of their stuff, and I'm not sure if they did a lot more or did a lot more of this type. But when these two came out, I went searching for them, and I ended up having to go across the ocean to Ottawa to get one, and then I had to get the other one from Barnes & Noble. And that's a company by the name of Millennium. And what do I know about Millennium Entertainment? Very, very little. I do know that they put out Dracula Prince of Darkness and Frankenstein Created Woman. 2 amazing sets with amazing special features. Lobby cards, which you can kind of see in the background there. And just a ton of stuff. Great slipcovers. Beautiful, beautiful cases. Beautiful artwork. And I got 2 of them because basically, it's honestly, maybe I haven't looked into it enough, but as far as I know, these were the only 2 that came out Hammer-wise that I can find, and to this day, they're the only 2 Hammer that I've got on really got on Blu-ray. Next up was given to me by my good friend Sammy. Sammy's just amazing guy on here with a great heart, and I'm pulling for you, Sammy, to do you can do well. You will. There are places that you're going to go that are going to be awesome, and you don't realize it yet, but seriously. Hell Driver. It's from a company called Sushi Typhoon. Now, what do I know about Sushi Typhoon? Very little. I just know that it's a bunch of like kind of semi-famous, I guess, or famous over their directors that came together to make this kind of cult label. Just gorgeous, gorgeous stuff here. The from here, fun film too. Hell Driver is actually pretty fun. It's the uncut director's edition, so really worth checking into. There's like 3 like short films on it, kind of spin-off films. If you haven't seen it, it's worth checking out. I dug it anyway. Next up is one that show you that one for last one. Image Entertainment. I got a few of their DVDs, but as of now, the only one I've ever found on Blu-ray is Reanimator. Reanimator is a favorite film of mine. I really kind of dig this. It's probably up there in, like, if not my top 10, it's definitely my top 20 horror films of all time, and honestly, it's probably in my top 10. If anything knocks out, it's because I like so many bad slasher films, and that's true, I really do. It tends to be what I like to watch. But surprisingly, Image Entertainment's Reanimator is the only Image one I got, and it's not because I was disappointed with Image's work, because, see that box there? That's all the special features. Just check it out. Just in case you don't have it, and everybody has it, but still. Another company, that Mood 616, it's got a crap load of these. And I'm so jealous, because I've only ever been able to find one. I've actually bid on a bunch of these on eBay, and I consistently lose. There's none of them in my area. The only one I was able to find was this one here, and I won this one off eBay. It's cheesy and not everybody likes it, but I kind of dug the movie. Not the best, actually one of the worst zombie films of all time, but I was so proud to finally have one of these in my collection. And I gotta get more down the road, I just really do. They tend to be kind of expensive sometimes to buy. Every once in a while I see them on decent prices, and that's Redemption labeled. I used to have a lot of Redemption on VHS at one point. I had a really good collection, but unfortunately now Jess Franco's Oasis of the Zombies is pretty much about it. It's all I've gotten for them. None of those I got to pick up, so I kind of like keeping a tab ones that I really need to get into more. Another company that I really enjoy, and I got a few other things on VHS, but not that many. I got maybe 3. Yeah, I got 3 of their movies on VHS and 1 on Blu-ray. And the only reason I was able to find these was I went to Ottawa, and because around here things tend to get expensive, and this company here has gotten way more expensive since well, I'm guessing since they're going for another distributor. That's Scorpion Releasing, and the only Blu-ray of theirs I got is one called The Unseen. Just a really fun movie. It's got Katrina, who I'm sure you guys know from wrestling. She was in the WWE, but most famously, she had a really cool character in TNA called Winter, and kind of cheesy, but kind of really, really fun. Company that I bought, again, Ottawa, because it's not that easy to get some of the stuff around here. And although I do order stuff a bit, I usually order on like a lot of sales and stuff. That's why you see me get so many Scream Factories and so many Arrow videos, Criterions and all that stuff. Basically, it's because those come around, and even some Scream Factories come around here. And it'll be interesting to see if we'll end up getting any of the Arrow American releases actually show up in stores around here. That'd be pretty freaking awesome if it does. But Vinegar Syndrome is one that never shows up. Actually, the store that I went to that had this, and I mentioned this before, was this amazing store up in Ottawa, and I made a point that this was the store I was going to go back to. This had everything that I wanted. Every company. They had Arrow there. They had Vinegar Syndrome. They had a bunch of stuff. They had the Nikatsu movies that I really want, but my better half's not a big fan of those. And Night Train to Terror it was a favorite film of mine. It was a really cheesy film. That's by no means a good film. It's pretty damn bad, but it's just something that I really enjoyed. I really liked it, and when I saw that it was out on Blu-ray, I had to have this one. This is one that I actually got a copy of for Sammy, because he I knew that you enjoyed the fun, cheesy badness of it. And the second film on here, which is, was it Greta, I think? I think it's Greta. Yeah. It was amazingly, as bad as it made me understand the short film and how bad the movie was cut, so that, because there was interesting things about the film Greta. As bad as the movie is, the girl that played Greta was surprisingly alluring. She kind of brought you in, and you kind of want to see more of her. So it was really surprising when I checked out her filmography, and she hadn't really done a lot. Not that, this was the greatest actress, but she had a certain kind of charisma and style about her that I really enjoyed. So Vinegar Syndrome is another company that I want more of. Now, be wary for you younger people out there that Vinegar Syndrome, although this is not this is a horror movie, basically the basic type of thing. Vinegar Syndrome does do a lot of films that are in the X-rated range. Even some of their films that you may think of as horror films. There's a film they did that called Dracula Sucks, and you can actually take that in many different ways. But in all honesty, it's an adult film. It starred Jamie Gillis, Reggie Nader from Salem's Lot is in it, for crying out loud, and it's actually considered to be a pretty good film. Back in the day, before adult films became so readily easy to get on VHS and all that stuff, they often used to do two versions of the film: a softcore version that could play for more mainstream audiences, and a hardcore version that would play for, say, the more of the red light district. And that's when you get a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff that's coming out that's having both versions. So remember, when you're getting something with the Vinegar Syndrome label, you might want to check it out first, because it can turn out to be a film that your parents may not appreciate. And just a heads up right there. Probably most shocking is this company here that I have one Blu-ray of, and it's one of the best I own. So why didn't I get any more? It's kind of surprising. It's kind of like wondering why I'm a Giallo fan and I don't have one Shameless title in my collection. Shameless is a UK company that does a lot of Giallos and stuff like that. That I got to rectify on the road. But you can't collect everything all the time. So you got to kind of pick your battles. And I guess this is why I don't have so many of these here. And down the road, as I find things, and I'll do updates and let you guys know. And when I get a few, like one I ended up getting like a lot of Scream Factory. It was made it easier to come on here and like review Scream Factory films, or just go to my library of Scream Factory stuff and like do different lists and stuff, because it's a company that I felt really passionate about, enough that I really did spend a bit of money collecting their films, even though I got some at really decent prices. It's a company that I felt strongly about. Same with Arrow Video. I think it's an amazing company. Criterion is an amazing company. Not only for me are these films that I like to watch and rewatch, these are films that I like to study. And this company put out an amazing set on an incredible looking steelbook, and that was Second Sight. This is their stuff is just incredible. And can I show you that side anyway? The Tire Man. Just look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Is that art not freaking gorgeous? With the documentary included. So those are some companies that I really been dragging my heels on a bit, and I guess I kind of gotta get some more of theirs down the road. But when there's so much you collect, it's really hard to find the time to figure out exactly where you're gonna put your focus on. And I think that's one thing that we have to learn when we're collecting films, is that to know when not to scatter shot around, and to realize, well, where exactly our focus is going to be. Maybe you're more of you want the more serious, the more films. Maybe a Criterion label, something you want to get, or maybe you're really to the schlocky, cheesy, low budget horror. Maybe you're a trauma guy or a gal, and maybe you just like some of the old stuff, but you're really not ready to plunk out too much cash on it. You could be an MGM guy or gal or Midnight Movies person, MGM Midnight Movies. And if you like some of this here stuff, maybe you're a Scream Factory person, maybe you're an Arrow person. Arrow is kind of like, imagine if Scream Factory cross had a baby with Criterion. That would be kind of what it is. Criterion for the genre stuff, and Arrow even does have some good stuff. For they don't have good stuff. Before I mean about stuff that some serious collectors that don't collect horror or any of the genre titles may consider more serious titles. A lot of them that Criterion put out, but Arrow's video just did just as good or sometimes even better release of the film. I know it almost seems like amazingly shocking to say, but there are films that Criterion put out that have just had better releases. The Thief edition from Arrow, for me personally, looks like a much better release. One that looks better. Two, it has two cuts of the film, which I kind of really dig there. And I just really love a lot of their stuff. Brute Force, I love the cover on that one from Arrow Video. But I got a few of those. The Claude Chabrol collection was amazing, and I one of these days had to pick the second volume of that. So I talked a lot about stuff I got, but I wanted tonight to talk about some stuff that I didn't have, and why, and how moving around and picking up stuff at random is kind of cool if they're movies that you like, but sometimes it's good to get a good a collection of a label. I know that Moods has a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different labels, and that's amazing. I know that Parson Burger is a new one on here, but not new to me. I've been talking to him for a long time. Man, every time he would like text me and tell me what he got, I was amazed by some of the stuff that came there. So man, I'm looking forward to some of his collection videos. Sammy has a great collection of different stuff, and he has some stuff at his father's. He has stuff at his place. My dad is a great collector of Hammer, and he has like more Hammer and DVD and Blu-ray than most people I know. He's got a lot of Nashi stuff. There's not a lot of Nashi stuff out there, but what is out there, my father has managed to pick up. He's actually got to talk with Nashi before he unfortunately passed on. Something that I wish I would never do was to see Paul Nashi. But yeah, that's a serious loss here. With so many like movies coming out this year, like Wolf Cop and Late Phases, yeah, Paul Nashi is really missed. And if any of these here become popular, I hope to God that some companies like Arrow and Screen Factory and Synapse or Severin or any of those companies, that's another one I only get one of. Like Severin, I got like House on Straw Hill, and I really love that. There was a great documentary with that one. Yeah, anyway, side thing. But these werewolf movies, and they're kind of becoming popular, they're kind of becoming like kind of a cool big thing again. Nashi should really be revisited. If you haven't seen any of Paul Nashi's work, Paul Nashi was, just read his biography. It's incredible. All the stuff that this man has done. There's a great biography. There's a great documentary on him as well, by the way. And he just did some amazing, amazing work. Very versatile, very talented. If you've never heard of Paul Nashi, you really owe it yourself. Check some of his stuff out. It's not the easiest to find, but it's worth looking into. So, with that, guys, Signal is no more. The Giant Lobster Head is steaming for some time off. And so am I. Tomorrow's Friday, so TGIF. I didn't get to do much tonight. I was going to go watch some videos and all that stuff, but I had problems with my iPhone. I had to restore the thing. So most of my it was like taken up trying to do the restore, getting my programs back on online, stuff like that. And oh God, I can't wait till it's 6:30 tomorrow. Was told by my better half that of my presents that were on the way, because just in case they didn't show up in time, showed me to know and anticipate what they are, and anticipation is high for what I've got coming. Stuff that I really, really wanted, and that I thought was amazing. So, just saying. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. From here right now, it's time for tea. Say hi to the big lobster, head in the sky, and remember, you know my video's ending because there's no signal. Have a great night. iPhones. I love them, but they torture me.